In reflecting on the ELA standards and course of study, I found it interesting how the document was laid out in a way that was readable. The module was accessible. I thought that modules 1 and 2 took almost no time to complete, just reviewing the presentations and information, history of it, the revisions. In Module 3 took a little more time to handle. And a lot of those I thought were handled pretty well. A lot of streamlining for ease of access so that there's a connection between standards and instruction. The swapping of certain words, the clearing up of certain language, the inclusion of some terms. I thought all that was valuable information. I think that the ELA standards of reading, writing, and language arts are really important in the classroom, and there's a disconnect, a visible disconnect in society, which is very interesting to me. I found it interesting that the fifth grade ELA standard is to have proficient reading in one's area of study. So a child should, in theory, be able to read proficiently at their skill level at fifth grade. And I think that's a valid standard. I think it's an achievable standard. In terms of using these documents in our classrooms and in our instruction time, it would be a lot of reviewing and kind of condensing it into practical steps. For example, some of the revisions involving changing the terms of author intent, being able to connect an author and the mentality of an author, someone who has an idea, someone who's writing something with a point to it, to children, to students, to help them create that connection and to help them write what their own ideas are out. I think is really important, and I think that these standards would help. I also found it interesting that there's parental resources. As a parent, I would be interested in what my child was learning at school, hypothetically down the road when I'm a parent. And so those were interesting files that put into practice what my child would be learning. And so overall, I enjoyed this module. I thought it was intensive, but very informative.